guys. So I haven't been live in a very long time. Have not been live in a very long time. And I wanted to share with you guys my top 10 curiosity decks. This is a new tag that is going around. And so, how do I check live chat? There we go. Hi. So I am going on real quick to show hi Steven, my top 10 curiosity decks. This is a new tag that is going around. Trouble is back on YouTube. I haven't been on in a while, so I want to show my top 10 curiosity decks, what I consider, decks that would be in my curiosity witchy cabinet, right? I have some Oracle on the side that I'm going to go through. I tried to pick 10 decks. I'm not counting Oracle, so I do have 4 Oracle that I'm going to show. And then I am mentioning 2 mass market decks that I'm not going to show. I'm only going to show the boxes. So I'm going to start with those two honorable mentions, mass market. You can find these on Amazon. Curiosity decks that I consider curiosity deck. The first one is the Tarot of Mystical Moments. This is mass market. I'll probably show a few real quick. That's the box. There is an Oracle deck to this that I do not have. I still don't have the Oracle deck, but this is what I consider a very curiosity type deck. Well, when I think curiosity anyway, I do think very vintage, steampunk, very different. Even some of the collage type artwork. So I'm not going to go through this one because it's everywhere. It is mass market. Hi, Mama! It is mass market, so that's just an honorable mention. And then the other one is the Dream Keepers Tarot. This is also the mass market version, which I like the mass market version. I almost got the original, but I waited for knock that down. The mass market version of this, it's a little bit more zoomed out, so you get some more of the detail than the mass market version. For it to be indie version. For it to be a mass market version, it's pretty decent. I love the cardstock, the imagery. So this, to me, I also consider a very curiosity deck. I would say some weird stuff can fall under the curiosity label. For example, I call a lot of oh my god, taxidermy, like taxidermy collection, bones and stuff like that. That to me is also like curios and stuff like that. So, and you'll see in the ones that I'm going to show. So those 2 were my honorable mentions. They're not included per se in my top 10. So these are in no particular order. I'm going to start with my top 10. This is an out-of-print deck. It is my favorite deck of all time. This actually came out many years ago. It is out now. You do have I believe it's the 3rd printing of it. There's a 2nd printing and 3rd printing. The 2nd and 3rd printing are practically the same. She just reprinted this deck. Um, but I'll show you when I get to the few. There's a few cards. I don't remember which ones because I do not have the new print. This is the first print. But she did change the Magician card, and I love the original. So that is the World Spirit Tarot by illustrated by Lauren O'Leary and text by Jessica Godino. Which she is actually, of course, I would drop something. She is actually Madam Ansa or Madam Anka on her social media, and she goes like to different places. She actually travels and does tarot readings. Like that's what she does for travel. So, the World Spirit Tarot. These are the backs. This is my favorite. This was like one of my favorite decks when I was a teenager. This came out, the first printing of it, I don't remember. But it must have been like early 2000s. I was still a teenager. I did buy this out of print. So this is one of the cards she changed in the new version. We have a similar setting and surroundings, but here we have more of a African magician, which I love. I love the this gives me the diasporas. The African religions usually wear the white and they cover their head. So this gives me those vibes. In the new version, we have a suited man with a suit, in a business suit, and he still has the voodoo priest kind of feel to it, but there's something about this original magician that I love. That's in the first edition. It's a beautiful deck. And obviously, I think the new printing, it's in better cardstock and stuff. This is like old school Llewellyn cardstock. But I mean, it's held very well. I did buy this. It belonged to someone else, but you can see that they took very well care of it and everything. I think it was wrapped and I unwrapped it or something like that. Or it had been looked through or something like that. But I had requested pictures of it. I'm not going to show the whole deck because I have 10 decks to go through, but it is a very, very cool Anubis for Judgment. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Very cool. We have some Egyptian touches in here. We have different types of like artwork. It's not just like in one type of scenery. I love that we got different skin tones, different size people. This was one of those decks that when it came out, it was very early, like for its time. We weren't seeing artwork like that in tarot decks when this deck came out. So we see we have like native. We see people of different shapes and colors, which I love. That is the World Spirit Tarot. My gosh, I haven't been back on in like years, I feel. I think I probably did one live. Like when I had moved with Mama. But it's been a while. It's been a long while for me. Sometimes I want to do these, but it's like it takes so long to prepare for some of these tags, you know? You have to give me your list of time. I'm now on my knees searching my decks. I have the Raincoast Tarot. This is a limited edition. This was by Christoph James. I believe he's done a couple of decks now. He has a Tarot of Crowley. He has the Raincoast. I think I'm forgetting one. And he also has the Raincoast Oracle, I believe. I only have the Raincoast Tarot. This was a limited edition. This, I believe, was the second printing after his first print run. I couldn't get my hands on the original version. But this is a reprint of the original version with a, it says it here, with an alternative card backing. So the backs on this one is different. Number 22 of 30. So he actually only printed 30 of this version, which I love this version because it's borderless. These are the backs. This is a very whimsical, but also can be a little bit creepy, very otherworldly. Definitely for me, a curio deck. Look at that magician. Very, very cool deck. I love this high priestess. Love, love, love this high priestess. We have people of different colors, shapes. We have trees here that are floating. We have people with multiple faces. Look at the Hierophant, my birth card. The lovers, I love the lovers here. I mean, it's a very, very powerful. You have like upside down and upside up. It is a very whimsical, otherworldly, not just not whimsical, I would say, just per se, but it is a darker deck. I consider this definitely a darker deck. It's a dark fantasy deck. Look at the tower. It's like a church on fire. The moon has two faces. The sun, we don't get a creepy child, but we have these weird sunflowers with faces. It is a very, very cool deck. I haven't worked with this one much, I'll be honest. I've had it for a while, but I haven't read for anyone with this one. I've pulled it here and there and looked through it, but I think I think I'm gonna be pulling this off for autumn. I think for the autumn time, like before Samhain. I don't think it's only for Samhain. You know, it's a very whimsical deck. I mean, it all depends on how you connect with them, because with all of these colors too, this can definitely be a summer and a spring deck as well, you know? But I do get more autumn kind of vibes for it. Like coming towards Samhain. Third deck. Third deck is the Moon Power Tarot by Charlie Quintero. They have a Mars Power Tarot as well, which I've been looking at. You can find them on eBay, Etsy, on Etsy. And I think it's called Sick Sad Girls. Sick Sad Girls is the shop. But if you search Moon Power Tarot, yep. So their website is Sick Sad Girls, and so is their Etsy. If you look at them on Etsy, Sick Sad Girls, you'll find the decks that they have available. These are the backs. Very Sailor Moonish on steroids. That's the only way I can kind of describe this deck. Very outer spacey. The one thing I hate about this cardstock, now I don't mind shiny cardstock on some decks. I think it makes the colors of the artwork pop. I just hate that my fingerprints will kind of show up on there. I would say this deck is very much, on some of the cards, not Rider-Waite inspired. I think it goes its own way with certain cards. And I think that's okay for some decks. You know, certain artists have their own like interpretation according to their artwork and stuff. But some of the cards you'll see that you're like, that doesn't really give me Rider-Waite Smith. I like the Nine of Swords on this one though. Very cool. I love all the sad faces, right? It almost reminds me of that anxiety buildup that sometimes we get when we're stressed out and we're laying down and trying to sleep, and we have all this anxiety creeping up on us. It is very spacey, trippy. I mean, here we have very so one thing this deck does have, if you get confused, so here we have a 5. We know this is a 5. But if you get confused because you don't really see like if it's a 5 of swords or cups or stuff, you'll get certain details. So here in the person's shirt, we have the wands. These are wands. So this is the 5 of wands. So you can always look into the artwork if you're confused as to which card it is, and you'll have the suit somewhere represented in the artwork, which I think that is very smartly done. For example, this is the 6 of swords. We have the swords on her belt. Two of swords. Love this 2 of swords. The page of cups. I mean, we have this very circus, in outer space, great devil. Love the devil card. One of my favorite devils, I'll be honest. Look at that 8 of wands. So this is the 8 of wands. You can see the wands at the bottom. Oh, I love this 8 of wands. I really love this 8 of wands. Look at this temperance card. Very cool. So that is the Moon Power Tarot by Charlie Quintero. This is what it looks like. Now I am home. It's raining. The dogs have major anxiety. I'm not home alone, so if you hear some background noises, I do apologize. Yes, she's like basically belaying through space. Mama has this, of course. I found this deck through Mama a few years back. I consider this to also be a curiosity deck. It is the Guardian Tarot by Beth Silonen. She has a new deck, the Raveness, which is ravens and dragons. And you also see some of the creatures from the Guardian Tarot in there too. Very cool. It's a new deck, that one. This is still available on Amazon. Some people would say it's creepy, it's alienish. I love it. I very much love and connect to the dryad feel of this. Dryads are tree spirits. And I definitely, some people say they're creepy because of the eyes, because they have no eyes, but I think it adds to the feel of the deck. I'll be honest, for them not having eyes, they're very expressive. You know, you don't need eyes to show expression, like with their face shape and stuff like that, and their body language and the artwork. She did an amazing job at giving you the feeling, right? Without having eyes, which is very cool to me. Very, very cool. Why do I have some cards upside down? What happened to my deck? It's upside down. No. Emperor. Look at the Empress. Love that. Oh, look at that 5 of swords. So powerful. For sure, not having eyes really doesn't take away from the expression at all that the card. Okay, this is gonna annoy me. I'm gonna have to go through this deck. I don't find it creepy. Yep, just what Mama said. Either get creeped up by it. I don't. I love it. I connect with it. I think it's very well done. And there's nothing out there like this. Definitely a the Hierophant. My birth card. Love my birth card. And that is again the Guardian Tarot. This you can still find on Amazon. I believe it's still in print. I believe I actually like came across it not too long ago. And these are the backs. I agree with either you get creeped out by it or you just fall in love with it. That was deck number 4. Deck number 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. No. I'm missing one. Ha! What did I do? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's fine, because I'm showing way more than 10 decks anyway. Okay, so this is the Tower of the Sidhe. I have cut the side borders off of this. I kept the top border and bottom border and edged it. This is the Tower of the Sidhe, also available on Amazon. This is my all-time favorite Fae Tarot. It is not a lovey-dovey fairy deck. It is very much in your face. It is very much disturbing. It is very much giving you what you need to hear. It'll let you have it. I love one thing that I love about this deck are the keywords, which is why I kept them. This is the Four of Wands or Warrior. They do rename their suits. This is the Four of Warriors. And so you get some very cool keywords. This is one of those that, I'll be honest, I did not mind keeping the keywords. That's very hard for me to do in a deck. But I really love these keywords. This is a very affordable deck. It is going to be chunkier because you have this big, thick black border, the top, the bottom, and on both sides. I just cut off the sides and edged mine in black. Very much worth it. It is not expensive at all. It is a great, great deck. Very in your face, like I said, confrontational. It'll let you have it. The court cards have a gift. So each court card person or creature has a gift. So this has the gift of spirit. He is the Prince of Wands. I love this. I didn't know you had it, Steven. Didn't know you had it. Awesome. I really love this deck. This is like my go-to. Honestly, when I'm not feeling it and I want to feel something, I pull this deck. Like I said, it's not for everyone. But for me, this really does show, how can I say, it's a deck that really encompasses for me the realm of the Fae. Where we don't only get, you know, the light lovey-dovey, you do see some of that darker aspect. One of my favorite cards, the Ten of Cups. It is the Heart Song. And here we have all of the different races of creatures in this world of the Sidhe. And each of them have an aura of a different color. And they come together to create this rainbow of light, which otherwise could not happen without each and every one of them. And their hands are touching. So it's very much that energy that each of us put together and that connection that we have with each other that makes this greater world, right, into existence. Very much about connections. I love this deck. Very, very cool deck. I cannot stress it enough. So much so that I put it away, where I keep away the decks that I'm not using at the moment to try and force myself to use another deck because I'm always pulling this out. I'm always pulling that one out. Let me grab a quick sip of water, and we're down to 4 decks, and then I'll go over some Oracle. Now we're gonna go into darker decks. But before I do, I'm gonna start with the Tower of the Holy Light. This is an out of print deck. I believe there's a I forgot. I got mines off of eBay. I found the actual company that were selling them, and I did my research and everything. They are legit. They are legit the producers of the Tower of the Holy Light. It is an out of print deck. That's their website. You get the booklet. You can tell this is in order. This is a very much Thoth kind of, very it is a linen cardstock. You could see the texture. The card backs are beautiful. This is a very oh my god, what's the word? What am I trying to say? Alchemy. It is a very alchemy and my words and my brain is not working. It's a very alchemical kind of deck. That's what I'm trying to say. Very beautiful deck. I've pulled it out to like when people study and stuff. There's a lot of beautiful imagery. It is very esoteric. Yes, Stephen, that is the word. I was gonna say like ceremonial, very ceremonial magician. Very ceremonial, esoteric. For sure, for me at least, this would fall into the category of being a curiosity deck. The imagery, I mean, we get the symbology you get in this deck. You see everything. This is a really good learning deck too if you're trying to learn like all of the symbology of in tarot that we see on many decks and stuff like that. It's a very cool deck. I don't use this at all for reading. It is not a deck that I'm comfortable with reading. I love looking at it. I love looking at the artwork. It's almost like looking back into like an old Book of Shadows or something from the medieval times and stuff. You get, I mean, the Seven of Cups. You even get like degrees and ruled by. Like, you get everything you need. Some of them represent a season. So the Page of Cups is the summer. So you get a lot on this stuff. A lot on this deck. It is a very different deck. Like I said, very alchemical, very esoteric. Look at that Six of Swords. You still get your Six of Swords moment, but it's so much more. So much more. And now we'll go into the darker decks. I was only going to show like whatever I know is available, but then I was like, you know, what's the point of me having some of my out of print stuff, you know? At least the ones I've kept. So I figured I would Oh, here's the other one. That's why. So I did pick 10 decks. This is the K Monet Tarot. This is a very. It is a very. It should be available still. I'll just read you what it says. It says the K Monet Tarot is a new kind of deck, applying a unique interpretation to a traditional card structure. It is designed to encourage educated free association and a creative approach to using tarot. So there is no there is a booklet, but it is more the artist wants you to interpret it yourself. So there's not really like major meanings on it. This should still be available. Last time I checked, it is. It is an indie deck. And this deck to me, I use it a lot. It is very gender neutral. For me, this is a very gender neutral deck. It is a beautiful deck. It is almost like a playing card size, which I love. I've edged mine in black. These are the backs. And again, we get some very different creatures where some of them they have multiple genders, and you'll see that in different the shapes of their bodies and things like that. It is a very beautiful deck. I find it beautiful. It's very comfortable for me to use as a LGBTQ plus person. See here, we see some body parts, and on some we don't. But then on some we also see it is a nudity deck, but it is done in a very beautiful, natural way. It has this feel of, how can I say, like the nudity is not meant to make you uncomfortable or anything like that. It is very subtle. It is very subtle. But it's not meant to offend or anything like that. I'm trying to see if I find one of the so here are the lovers, for example. We get this winged creature, right? Or angel. And then, it's almost like a gender neutral couple, but they're not a couple. It's the same creature. It's like looking at itself. It's almost like a self-reflection. There's a lot of layers to this deck. There's a lot you can pick up from. Love that card. Time. Here we have like a headless horse creature, and then we have the fae on top. Like there's just so much to it. It really has a lot of depth. The 10 of Wands. Oh. The Tower. The Court cards reminds me of Tarot of the Hidden Realms, where it's like up in the face of the character. There's a lot to this deck. Look at that 8 of Swords. Look where he's trapped. He's almost trapped. He's almost trapped. Am I good on time? Because I know Joe goes live. I should be good on time. Joe goes live at 7, I think. I should be good on time. Wait, is that a card I left in there? Nope. So that was the K Monet Tarot. That should still be available. It is an indie deck. It's only 5. Okay. Tarot of, it's so dark over here because it's been raining all day, so I've lost track of time. Tarot of Unknown Shadows. This is the 2nd edition. This is by Dark Cinever. Definitely a curiosity deck. I believe I still have this in order. It is again it's a deck I've looked at, and this for me gives me ancestral vibes. Very much ancestral vibes. Beautiful backing, gold gilding. Again, it is that oh my god. My brain today is not working. And I said it earlier and now I forgot. Collage. It is that collage or manipulated photography. This is very much a curiosity deck. Look at the Empress. Oh my god, look at the Empress. Doesn't she give you the chills? Oof. Love her. Emperor. Here we have like a bird with a human body. Kind of cool. Here we don't see the face of the Hierophant. Very different. It is very much a curiosity deck. It takes me back in time almost. Look at that death. It's almost like if you're holding the mirror and you're looking at your own reflection. And that is what you see. Look at the devil. Ooh, love, love, love. Love this deck. So the cups are still cups, but we get these beautiful teacups. We get these sceneries of different times in history. You can tell, you know. It's like they're like manipulated photography, but done very well. It is done very well. Done very well. So I feel it also is very curiosity cabinet worthy, which is cool. Right? I think it's much about, you know, what do you consider as a curiosity or anything like that, and what calls to you and stuff like that. I have 2 more decks to show, and then we'll go into the 4 Oracle that I have. I would love to see more people do this tag. That would be fun. Next creepy deck. This is Madame Lydia Wilhelmina's Tarot of Monsters, the Macabre, and Autumn Scenes. This is now out of print. You can get this from the creator. It is out of print, but I heard the person always goes on and off of print and then reprints them, and you'll see the shop close down and reopen and stuff like that. You just have to like look out for it. Make sure you follow them, and you join the newsletter, and then you can get this when it is available. These are the backs. This is very much a Samhain time deck again. Love, love, love. Still in order because I have not. I've pulled it. A lot of these decks that I've had for a while that are still in order. I had kept in order while Mama was doing her Tarot Tuesdays, and I will pull the cards and study along with Mama as she was teaching us. And so a lot of them now I can get out of order and stuff because I do feel a little more comfortable with tarot than I have been before. And so some of these I can now shuffle. And look at that devil. Love that devil. Love, love, love the devil. The sun. That's my card. Creepy children. They look like some of my dolls. I am a crazy doll collector. If those some of you guys don't know, I do love to collect some spirited dolls. I'm very much a curio type of guy. So we have animals here. We have oh, I love that with that mouth there, and it's just overflowing. The Ace of Cups is beautiful. Wow. There they go. I knew it. All right. I love this Nine of Swords. This almost reminds me of like sleep paralysis. Enough! Sorry, guys. I had to get loud real quick. It's almost like a sleep paralysis. We have the same person here, and they've almost like moved little by little, and then they're just here now, almost like frozen. They can't move, they can't get up, they're just frozen in terror. Oh, that's just crazy. That's crazy. So the King of Swords on this one, I am not sure. I know there's a book to this because I have the book. I haven't read the entire book. I think this is a nod to oh my god. Really? Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc. My brain today is not working. Five of Wands. Oh. He's like taking a bite out of this guy. Wow. Very powerful imagery. Love the Queen of Wands here with the sunflowers. One of my favorite images. And that again is Madame Lydia Wilhelmina's Tarot of Monsters, the Macabre, and Autumn Scenes. Can you guys hear the dryer just spinning away? She's just spinning away. And then the last of the tarot decks is another one on the list. Oh no, mama. Is the Tarot Oscuro by Estelle Riviere. This was available on Amazon. I'm not sure if it still is. There's two versions. You have the English, Spanish, and French version. And then I think there's another version out there. with the other three languages, but I got the one that has the English. So it brings a book. The book has the three languages. The titles on the cards are English. This is the back of the deck. It's like brown, which I love. I love this tree. And it's almost like a dark chocolate brown black kind of edging. It is very beautiful. This one is still in order. I recently got this one. I think I've shown this one. I think I did like a walkthrough of it. So I'm just going to go through this one quicker. But it is for sure, again, for me, a very curious kind of deck. This one can be a little bit more disturbing. It is called Tarot Oscuro, which means the dark tarot or obscure tarot. For me, it's not really much of a for some reason now I can't see comments. Well, I lost comments, guys, so I'm just gonna keep on showing you guys. I can see there's 4 of you guys here, but very weird imagery and stuff like that. But I mean, it's a cool deck. I like it. I like weird. Those of you that know me know I like weird and disturbing. Look at that Justice card. Very disturbing. Talk about disturbing. Talk about disturbing. Wow. Hermit. Love this Hermit. A little bit creepy, but there's something about this Hermit that I really love. Wheel of Fortune. Strength. I mean, it is all. It gives you all the fantasies. It is very much creepy, weird. Almost gives me very like crazy haunted circus, Stranger Things kind of weird, fantastical, a little bit demonic, and just crazy, crazy, crazy. I love this Two of Cups. They're like picking at each other's brain. Very, very cool Two of Cups. Look at that Two of Swords. I love the colors on this deck also. Look at that Nine of Swords. Oh my god. Love the Nine of Swords. We have this crazy weird person on a flea. They're on a flea. That is a flea. The Knight of Swords, it's on a flea. No. King of Swords, very cool. Love, love, love. Love me this one. The Four of Pentacles, right? Very, very dark. Again, whimsical, weird kind of deck. Very much curious in its own way. So I have done the 10 decks. I'm going to go into Oracle very quickly and then we'll be done. I've almost been on for an hour. That's crazy. I have lost comments, so now I'm stuck because I cannot read your comments. Why does it say that? I can't see the comments. Okay, very quickly. I am a fan of Patrick Valenza. He is the creator of the Deviant Moon Tarot. which I did not pull tonight. This is another honorable mention. For sure, this is a very curious deck and a very, very good deck that deserves to be mentioned on this video. He just came out with the illustrated version of the Triunfi de la Luna. He's had multiple oracles. Now, I have two of his oracles. I have this one, which is the Abandoned Oracle, which is what was going to become the Oracle of the Deviant Moon Oracle. But then he created this Abandoned Oracle, and they were abandoned sketches and stuff that did not make it into what's going to become the Deviant Moon Oracle. And so he created the Abandoned Oracle. And then we have the Oracle of Black Enchantment, which is a Samhain Oracle that he also created. He has the Mildred Payne's Pocket Oracle and stuff like that. Mildred Payne is one of his characters that he's created in this world. His world of magic, and Mildred Payne is... Oh, now I got my comments back. I got my comments back. Wow. She's a fictional character that he has created, and his... I would say part of his whole collection now revolves around the story of Mildred Payne. So this is the Oracle of Black Enchantment, the Samhain edition. So it is orange. The colors on it are orange. These are the backs. Actually, no, that's not the back. That's another picture of Mildred. I love that he gives us these photographs. Okay, now we're in the Oracle. So the backs have this beautiful eye. I love it. These are big cards. I edge mine in this almost pumpkin spice color. And I'm just gonna flip through these very quickly. They are numbered. You don't get keywords on these images, but the booklet really describes like the scenery and what it is you're looking at. I have to hold them long side up, but they do read the long way. This to me, it is obviously a very curious kind of deck. I would say all of Patrick Valenza's work is very much curious and dark and humorous in a way too. They can be very humorous in a way too, but very touching, very much in your face, very much confrontational. I think it's his work is meant to make you feel things, even if they're not comfortable, even if it's not comfortable things. You get what I'm saying? At least for me, it may prove a little bit more confrontational. The Abandoned Oracle. I haven't edged this one. I haven't really used this one. I lied. I did. I used it once, but I've kept it in order. Again, very curiosity. Very much. It's almost like a big Lenormand. Trippy. I mean, we have very confrontational cards here. It is a very much, again, in your face, disturbing voices. Look at that. Ugh. Patrick Valenza, Patrick Valenza. Always makes me feel things. And we have two more oracles, and we will be done, guys. We will be done. Thank you guys that have joined me. Very happy to have you guys. Now we have you. I have The Magic of You Oracle by Fiona Horn. And for me, this is also very much a very witchy, curiosity kind of deck. It's too shiny, so the light is not going to help me much, but very much a very whimsical, fantastical, and very witchy oracle deck. That is The Magic of You Oracle by Fiona Horn. And then the last one, which to me also screams curiosity, is the Lunar Nomad Oracle, which is supposed to be a Lenormand Oracle. I don't read Lenormand, but I do love this deck. The one thing I dislike about it is the cardstock quality. It is like literally cardboard. So I've gotten some of the cards bent on the corner or chipped a little bit. It is a very legit like paper. It's not even cardstock, it's like paper. Which I dislike. But nonetheless, I think it's a cool deck. The cards are huge. But I think very much so it is a curiosity deck. The backs of it has the keyhole. It's a pretty deck. I just wish that it would be a more manageable size and not like this is like paper. But other than that, it is a nice deck. I love the imagery. I love the artwork. I just am not a fan of the... This is one of the cards that bent on me. Like literally, I was opening the box and just by me opening the box and pulling the corner, the paper bent. It's my favorite card. It's the Seer. And I still use it, but I hate that because it's like paper. If this wasn't paper thin, that wouldn't have happened. But it's okay. Don't mean to be negative or nothing. But I do find it to be a very cool, vintage kind of feel deck curiosity. That is the Lunar Nomad Oracle. And with that, you guys, we are done. Thank you so much for joining me. I forgot how much fun I had on YouTube. So, I won't promise anything, but I'll try to come back a little bit more often than I have. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I'd like to see your curiosity decks. Show me what you got in your curiosity cabinet. Bye, guys. I love you and have a great day. Bye.